Well, I found another site I could just do a personality test on, and I think I'm gonna take this. And they say it's only taking me 2 minutes. I really doubt that, first of all, but we're gonna see after the intro what it is like. If it is really, I really don't think it is 2 minutes. Like, I honestly don't believe it can't be 2 minutes. Like, it's way too less, I have to say. The thing is, I'm on I think it's called the Psych Central, I assume .com, but I'm actually not quite sure, site. And what I have to say is that there's two types of sites. The first type is the site looks great, everything is quite neat, everything is designed in a well way, and it's probably going to be either a very just serious site, a site that you can actually rely on, or it is just going to be complete bullshit and they only just try to make you feel good just because they're having nice design and whatnot. On the other hand, there is such sites that are looking really fucking shit, but most often these are just the governmental sites. These are just the sites that are highly fucking I don't know what to say important, but you should be really, really relying on them. And I think it is just actually one of these sites, because it looks not that nice, It really does not look nice, but I think it's probably gonna be quite well. But I'm just seeing that, and the funny thing is, or maybe not that funny thing, there is a lot of different personality tests and tests in general that you can take on the site, like for schizophrenia, for ADHD, for just basically everything, which is, first of all, really nice. Second of all, is it really the truth? Is it just never fucking mind. So there's personality tests and personality trait quizzes. Psych Central's personality test, a big 5-based personality assessment that provides you personalized and detailed feedback across 5 distinct personality traits. A 64-question test that sources your personality traits as one of the MBTI 16 types, which is the one that I did yesterday, basically, I guess. And then the Psych Central's personality disorders test. Do you have a possible personality disorder? And what I found down there for narcissistic personality inventory. Well, I find it really great, but it is interesting. The emotional IQ test. Your emotional IQ or EQ is equally as important as your IQ. While you can't measure your IQ, you can't measure your IQ? Sure you can. Accurately online, we can measure your emotional IQ abilities. But I think I'm first of all gonna take the personality test and see if it is similar to the one that I did yesterday, or if it is gonna be just completely different and whatnot, but we're gonna see it. So first we can choose between genders, so female, male, or non-binary. I'm actually really willing to just choose non-binary, but I think I just have to be honest here. And I'm 18, male and 18, and I'm not from the United States, but I'm from Austria. I am from Austria. You know the song? I know it. I hope it's not going to be in German right now. Oh, thanks God. For each item, simply indicate how much you agree or disagree, whether each statement describes you, blah, 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 blah. I'm not easily bothered by things. Neither agree nor disagree. I think this is kind of the problem that I've also had yesterday. It always comes up to the thing that is bothering me or not. It heavily depends, but I disagree a little. I just tend to not be bothered that easily, I would say. I make friends easily. I agree a little, I would say. It just also really comes up. I do just enough work to get by. I disagree strongly. I'm always doing way more, sometimes just really unnecessarily, just really unnecessary. And then I actually sometimes it pisses me off then. It's actually happened once, I guess, that I've done so much work for something that's quite really not that important that, whatever. I then just thought about it as why did I even do that? I respect others. I agree strongly. I do that. I'm not very interested in abstract ideas. I disagree strongly. Sometimes it's very interesting, sometimes it's quite complete bullshit, but often it's actually quite interesting, I dislike myself. I actually like myself. I make plans and stick to them. I agree, I think it depends, if I notice that I made a plan and it is bullshit, then I'm not gonna stick to it. I'm gonna change the fuck up. And I'm fucking not gonna stick with it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would I? But if I just see, okay, the plan is working out as I want it to work out, then I'm actually gonna stick to it. And I'm actually gonna just work on it or something. I don't know. I tend to vote for liberal political candidates. What are liberal political... I hate it just because I'm so undereducated, I think, in political stuff. Is liberal like... I'm actually just looking it up. I don't know. I would actually like to just answer this just because it could be relatively important, but never mind. Because I think left wing. This is what I know. I think it's called in English. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm a left wing guy, more or less. Even though I'm sometimes actually kind of also talking about just capitalism as it not being something too bad and actually so bad as a lot of people talk about it, which is something that's really not left wing, but either in the middle or quite right, actually, to be honest. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I do just think about capitalism in a different way as just other people are doing. Could also. Maybe I'm just actually having a different idea of that as just other people having. Could be the case. I'm just not gonna say it's not the case. Or something. The 9th one. I would describe my experience as somewhat dull. And dull means I disagree a little. I regularly insult others. I agree a little, I would say, unfortunately. Save and continue on to page 2 of 5. Okay, it's actually not that less of questions. Yeah. I have a vivid imagination. I agree strongly. I carry out my plans. Whatever. It depends. Again, it depends on the plan, whether I think the plan is good or not. But most often I'm actually going to do it. So I agree a little bit. By the way, I'm actually having disagree strongly, disagree a little, neither agree or disagree, agree a little, and agree strongly. So that you actually know what I'm doing here, basically. I am the life of the party. No, I wouldn't say so, no. I seldom feel blue or depressed. Yeah, I would say so. Fortunately, I am really fortunate in such a way. I have a sharp tongue, which means that I am just a piece of shit. What does it mean? Just looking it up. It's probably gonna be like I don't know. Therefore, I'm just gonna be like. But I think I would disagree there. I guess. I'm not quite sure. I don't care much for art. I disagree strongly. I care about art. I don't talk a lot. Disagree a little. It depends on the situation, but sometimes I am indeed not that of a just vivid guy, vivid person, but sometimes I'm talking a lot, especially in school and especially when I've slept just really a little. Then I'm a fucking annoying piece of shit, basically, Nah, it's just I'm then really, really, really annoying, or I can really be annoying, unfortunately. I don't often see things through. Disagree a little. Depends. I accept people as they are. I do agree a little. Sometimes I kind of feel like, maybe I can help them to change. But if they don't want to change, then it's basically like waste of time and energy. I enjoy hearing new ideas. I do that. I like that. I often feel blue or sad or depressed. I disagree a little. I often have little to say. I disagree a little. I'm always prepared. I disagree a little, because not fucking always. I avoid philosophical discussions. Disagree strongly. I have a good word for everyone. Agree a little, definitely. Like, it is something that I do, and it is also something that I'm kind of maybe striving with. It's not about being honest, and it's not about just honesty there, but it is more or less about just not hurting somebody. When somebody comes up to me and is like, "Do you like my artwork?" Then I'm probably gonna be like, "Yeah, I like it." And even though it's like, you could do this better, you could do that better, but I do not want to hurt people, because then I'm noticing in the reply that it is, I don't like that, it is something that I have to work on, something that I just really, really should also be working on. I often waste my time. I disagree strongly. I don't do that. I panic easily, disagree strongly. I get back at others. What does it mean? Is it like I'm gonna just take my revenge? Which, by the way, is something that I absolutely hate, and I do not really think it just makes any fucking sense. But you know what? Neither agree nor disagree, because I don't fucking know. I believe in the importance of art and music. I agree a little. I think sometimes it is actually a little bit overdone. With the importance especially of art. Music, I think, is just way more in society than art is. Even though music is art, and art is like, I'm skilled in handling social situations. I would agree a little. I would strongly agree. I think I'm just relatively good at it. I do not want to say that I'm just really good and I'm the best and whatnot, but I think I can handle things. I think I can handle things. I rarely get irritated. Well, it depends. I think neither nor, just whatever. I believe others generally have good intentions. Yeah, I really do that. I do not really believe that some people actually do want to do you any bad. It's like, I don't know, it is just my feeling, Maybe it's just also what I want to believe and not really what I should be believing. But yeah, I often shirk my duties. What does shirk mean? I agree a little. To really be honest, I sometimes do that, especially if it is about things that I don't just really care about. I often have frequent mood swings. I disagree a little. Like normally not, but when I haven't eaten something, then it can appear. I like to keep in the background. I disagree a little. Not really. I carry any conversation I am in to a higher level. I would disagree there. I suspect hidden motives in others. I disagree strongly, I guess. I disagree a little. Sometimes, maybe. I usually pay attention to details. I agree a little. I feel comfortable with myself. I agree strongly. And I don't enjoy going to art museums. It actually heavily depends. If it is an art museum that I think that there's going to be something that I enjoy, it's normally like pretty difficult. Since I'm attending a graphic design school, we are just quite often in art museums, and we've also been in Amsterdam and in Florence in a few art museums, it's more museums than exhibitions, but I've also been attending, if you attend this, whatever, some exhibitions, and I have to say, like, sometimes it gets very boring very easily. It's just, yeah, I don't enjoy going to art museums. Like, it heavily depends. I like to just have a look at those things. I think I would agree a little. It's to really be honest. And I think I gotta have to be honest there. Which is now gonna be the last page. I make other people feel at ease. I don't know. But I would agree. Maybe this is just what I wanna have. I don't know. I tend to get chores done right away. I disagree a little. I cut others to pieces when I get a chance. No, I don't fucking do that. I don't like that. I am very pleased with myself. I am, actually. I tend to vote for conservative political candidates. I think this is now the other one. Is this now right-wing? Because most often conservative is like, never mind. I know how to captivate others. Whatever it means. What the fuck? Attract and hold the interest and attention of charm. He was captivated by her beauty. I wouldn't say so. Like, the German translation is bullshit there, by the way. It's like actually keeping somebody, like just handcuffing them and whatnot. And yeah, maybe it's also kind of a different kind of meaning of it. I don't know, could be the case. But I would disagree there. I would actually heavily disagree there. I feel comfortable around others. I would agree, a little. I often find it difficult to get down to work. No, I disagree. I'm often down in the dumps or sad. Often? No, really not often. Fortunately. And I think the podcast is a pretty big part of it. That I'm actually quite happy all the fucking time. Maybe just because there's not much to think about. Like, I'm recording, I'm talking about some things that I give a shit about, which is nice. So it's like, well, I don't like to draw attention to myself. It depends. So therefore it's going to be a neither nor situation. Extraversion, agreeableness, neuroticism, whatever it means. Having caused by or relating to neurosis. Openness. What do each of these five... So I'm going to read it. The first one is extraversion, then agreeableness, conscientiousness, whatever, neuroticism, and openness. What do each of these five traits mean? Extroversion, energy, enthusiasm, and sociable. Never mind. Agreeableness, altruism, helping others, affecting friendliness, conscientiousness, whatever, control, will, constraint, and dependability. Yes, this is what I can, but I am really just in control of myself, and I think neuroticism, negative emotions, nervousness, and openness to experience, originality, culture, and open-minded intellect. Open-mind and intellect. You scored really high on this trait, suggesting you have a lot of energy and tend to enjoy most social situations. Yeah, I somehow do. even though most might be a little bit overdone. Parties, I don't like parties. When people are drunk, I don't like drunk people. You score really high on this trait, suggesting you are a very friendly, cooperative, and trusting person. I try to be. You scored really high on this trait, suggesting you are well organized. I am completely fucking not. Focused and methodical person. Methodical. I think I'm not methodical, since I'm really often just trying to make decisions on intuition, I guess. Whether it is in designs, whether it is just some life decisions. But I'm definitely focused, but I'm heavily not organized. This is not what I am. You scored really low on this trait, suggesting you are less emotional and fairly secure in who you are, which is the neuroticism one. Openness. You scored really high on this trait, suggesting you love art and try to keep open-minded. I like art. Recommendations. You have 4 significant personality traits that we have identified. If the traits are hurting your life, you may consider seeking out further assistance for them by consulting a psychologist, whatever. You have 1 personality trait that you have scored very low on. Please remember, this is not an official diagnostic test. It is only a general quiz to give you a broad understanding of common personality factors. And now share this with your friends on Facebook, which kind of shows that it is a relatively old one, I would say. But it's interesting to see. I think it's actually also relatively accurate, to be honest. Because extroversion is like, I'm having a lot of power, but not always. And I'm not always just really happy in all just social interactions and social situations. It's like pretty accurate, I would say. Like, yeah, I enjoy it. And I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. Because it's probably going to be the end of the episode there. Can you please work? Thank you. It would be nice. I would appreciate neuroticism and openness. I'm sorry. It is working again. Fortunately. Really, really fortunately. But yeah, it's probably going to be the end of the episode here, and I've just had a look at the timer, and the timer says 1951, 1952, 33, 34, 55, 56. Is it 2 minutes? Fucking not. So yeah. I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success, and I also hope that you're gonna remind yourself and you're gonna be remembered, which basically means your legacy, which basically means just being a nice person and also going to be remembered as a nice person. Yeah. 3 other questions that I'm having for you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change? And what is bothering you the most? These 3 are hopefully gonna show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, since a lot of companies started out with solving some things that really pissed them off in the first place. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully see you the next time, so please consider subscribing to the podcast and to YouTube channel and whatever. I'll see you the next time.